Hello guys, I'm back again with part 2 of how to make clothing accessories for your real as can be baby dolls. Now in the previous video I showed you how I put together this handmade jumper by using an old jumper, cutting out a shape of a jumper for her. I put pins in the right places to hold it together for her, and you'll remember in the last video there was a big gap here and there was a pin here and a pin there. So I've taken out the safety pins, and as you can see there's no longer a gap at all. I've sewn all the way down using a needle and thread, and it was grey thread I used, and as you can see you cannot see that thread showing at all because I deliberately used thread that would not show on this colour. So that's done now. The front is done. It's not completely done. I will need to still do the edges here, and I'll just simply use a needle and thread to tidy up these edges. So now let's look at the back, which I explained to you is an old sock. It's an old sock, and that's going to close the back for her, because at the moment the material she's got won't close. It's not big enough. As you can see, the material that I've got here at the back, it won't close. So I'm going to have to put this sock on there. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut it to shape. It's way too big for her. So let's cut this sock to shape, to size. Let's just cut this here. You may see bits of fluff. Don't worry. I'm going to use a lint. I've got an electric lint remover that's going to remove all this fluff. So there won't be any fluff there at the end of it. Okay, so let's reposition the back of her jumper so that I can clearly see how I'm going to sew. So I think I should literally just start sewing here. If I just start sewing, and not worry about it being perfect, if we can get this sewn on there straight away, I think we will be alright. So let's start sewing here. Stretch this down like this. See it? See it? Nice and straight. There we go. There you are. So we're going to sew straight down there. So I've got my needle, it's got a big eye, and my thread. It's got a little knot at the bottom. Okay, let's go for it. No fancy stitching. Anything that you can do, any stitch that you can do, just do it. Just go for it. It really doesn't matter. Oops, got a bit tangled here. Untangle it. That's it. Be careful about tangling up your thread. Yeah, be very careful about tangling the thread or you'll get some really nasty knots. And sewing is actually quite soothing. So you go in and out, in and out. So easy this is, and so relaxing. You do this in front of the TV. I make clothes for my teddy bears too. I find them much easier to make because they're all boys. I think boy clothes are easier to make than girl clothes. Okay, so we are making good progress. So my end goal is for this doll and her siblings to have jumpers that fit them, inexpensive, attractive to look at, and saving the planet in the process too. Because I've used recycled clothing that would otherwise have gone into the bin. I've actually recycled them and used them to make clothing for my preemie size dolls. Otherwise I'd have to spend a lot of money on brand new preemie clothes. As I said in my earlier video, I just can't get these preemie size clothes free, because I've sourced a lot of baby clothes free on Facebook and other sites, but not preemie. Okay, let's show you what I've achieved here. So I've been sewing this. This is the back of her jumper, and I've attached the sock. This is from an old sock. I've sewn it onto the edge of her new jumper so that she'll get a back. This will all be smoothed out using an electric lint remover. So that side has been done. Let's do a nice knot to secure it. Another knot. There you go. So we can cut this off now. That's that side done. Can take the safety pin off now. We are nearly there. This baby girl is nearly there with a new jumper. Okay, so we got that bit done. Let's close up this back on the other side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach the top bit. I'm going to attach this to this. Okay, here we go. Get the needle and thread, and let's start to attach it. This doll is so cute. You will enjoy making clothes for these dolls when you see how cute they look. It's worth spending the time making these clothes, because you will discover what can be achieved by yourself if you put your mind to it. Okay, so I've got the top bit here fixed. So I'm going to do a knot here, secure it. Cut it, and then review what is left to be done at the back. Okay, see what we need to do now. I think what I need to do is to, cut it here. Just here. Is that what I need to do? Yeah, I think I need to cut it here. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to where I need to be. Now, how long do I want this to be? Do I want it to be this long? Yeah, I think I've got it. This is where it's going to be there. Okay, got you there, baby. Yeah, so this is going to need to be straightened up a bit. That's it. There we go. Yep, we're getting there. Okay, yes. I can now see where I'm going with this. So I said I didn't have an end goal. I just wanted her to have a jumper. Wasn't really sure what the style would be. But as I'm sewing it and going along, I'm getting creative ideas. So you can see now it's getting much straighter. We can now kind of see the development of this jumper. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? Now this bottom bit here is not going to be a problem because I have got an idea for that. I could add a bit of material. I could add this bit of a sock there. Could add that to the bottom. Could do. What do I want to add to the bottom? Do I want to add something to the bottom? I want to add something to this bottom here. If I put this there, that might look good at the bottom there. Could do. Or, yeah, I think I like that. Could do that. Let's see if we can do that. Now that looks better, doesn't it? Look at that. That looks good. That looks good. Let's stick that in place. So we just put a pin there just to hold it in place so we can just see the end result. So that's what it's going to look. And I've sewn it together. Doesn't that look gorgeous at the back? A nice straight end there. Yeah. Okay. Tighten this up a bit. So make sure everything is straight and not wonky. Want a nice, beautiful, straight result. And this is what's going to look at the front. Whoops. She is going to love it. I haven't decided where the buttons are going to be, but I think I might cut here and do a little opening where she'll have a snap button here. So you open the snap button and get the jumper over her head, then snap it shut at the behind. I think that would work. Okay. I am going to finish this off. Yeah. And then I am going to come back to my next video to show you the final outcome. Okay, so thanks for watching this. If you like this video, click like and subscribe.